Oi there, Ais. This is Selena, and on this week's podcast, the original cancelled radio guys, I talked to Sebe, as he was known in '94. Also Princess Kate of England, we talked to her, well try to. We's hilarious results. Lots more on the original cancelled radio guys, podcast with Chris and Costello. Do enjoy, muchachas.
Hey, this is Chris.
Hello, Chris. How the heck are you? Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm good. I've seen everything all week. Is like, where's Kate? Where's Princess Kate? Where's Kate doing? Where's Kate? What's she doing? And, you know, did she run off with the mafia? Is she with the cartel? Is she hiding in Russia? I mean, what is the deal? So,
my deal with her was this. I think she's hiding in Russia. And I'll tell you something else. If you'd like to just listen to this for a second. I've got a phone number, okay? And hold on just
I was just going to say, where Kate, we know where Kate is. She's right here, okay? She's right here.
Princess Kate here. What may one ask is one doing calling me at this time of day?
All right, Kate, spill the beans, babe.
Yeah. Hi, Kate. Hi, you toots. The big conspiracy theory part is like, what did you have done? All right, let's we're going to figure this out, okay? Did you have a tummy tuck?
No.
Butt tuck.
No.
Butt tuck? I thought it was butt lift. Okay, maybe she had a butt tuck. No? Okay.
Did you? Okay.
I certainly
your
not.
appendix. You have your appendix taken out.
Nose job. Belly button job.
Never, not even.
Two belly buttons. Did you have your spleen removed?
I certainly not.
There we go. Now we're talking. Let me see. Did you have your kidneys untied?
No. Cancer. CANCDR.
Oh.
That's it?
Oh.
So what?
Bloody papazi morons, piss off.
I think she's gone. I think she hung up on us.
Kate. Nope, she's gone. Okay. What's your thing? The point is, you know, we're two cancer survivors. We're fine.
Yeah.
Not mentally maybe, but you know, body wise, we're okay. Princess Kate will be fine. Why don't everyone just quit worrying so much? She's going to be fine. Only thing is, she's only 42.
Yeah.
And that's the new trend. So many people now under 50 are getting cancer, and that's due to those plastic microbiotics that are in all kinds of stuff now, you know, and it's due to the diet, you know, because it used to be, cancer before is like 50 plus. Now it's like 40s, 30s. So
yeah, that's bad. And it is the stuff and the junk they've been feeding us all these years. Whereas before, you know, your food was pretty much organic without the word organic, and nobody gave it.
Well, how many years has it been? You can't drink tap water. You got to drink bottled water. Bottled water. Well, you're drinking bottled water. You dip it in that plastic crap, which is going down to your lungs and into your body. So there you go.
Right.
So rethink that. Pour it into a glass, okay? You know, that's the plastic. You can't do it. Look what it's done to you.
Yeah. It was done to me, okay. Yeah, well, look what it did do to me. Everything is now plastic.
Yeah, maybe she'll leave you. Maybe she'll leave William for you now, since you guys had so much.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, we've had so much experience. She might need us, but I sincerely hope she gets better. I hope her father-in-law, the king, curtsy, bow.
He's got cancer, so the whole damn family's got cancer. But so what? We had it. We're fine. She'll be fine. I don't want to hear any shit from people going, "You're making fun of her." No, we're not. We're just it's just cancer. You just deal with it. You do what you're supposed to do, and you get on with it. You'll be fine. Right.
Exactly. So you can have
to say it your way. The English way.
This is a purely English thing, but Kate, when you get through this, you get a Blue Peter badge. And that a Blue Peter badge, which is an English TV show for kids in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Wait, did you say Blue Peter or Blue Peter?
Blue Peter badge. The Blue Peter is a flag they run up on naval ships to say we're getting ready to go. It's a white with a blue square in the middle. So
it's a flag in the shape of a penis.
Nothing to do with penises at all.
There's a Peter flag flying up there in the wind. Look at it. Look at the size of that dick.
Well, you see, that doesn't, in England, the word Peter means Peter.
What?
It doesn't mean dick. Everything.
Well, that's just a name that you have in England, Peter. And we have the same thing in America. This guy is named Dick. Richard,
that's right. Yeah, Dick, Richard, Dick.
And I don't think anybody names their kid that anymore because they know what it implies. Why would you do that? That poor kid growing up, hey, Dick.
Yeah. Yes, scrotum. What is it?
That's right. Teacher going, don't call him names. Oh, no, that's his name. Oh, Dick. Okay.
Yeah, you're being a real dick.
Yeah, really. So, okay.
Richard.
Well, at least the decay thing is solved. Just move. I mean, there's all kinds of chaos and crap going on. We're all worried about what's going on with Kate. What she got? And everyone got all somber when she made the announcement too. I guess everybody felt guilty from all the conspiracy theories. I guess everyone felt kind of guilty. I guess I don't know.
Well, yeah, but it's very very unfortunate. But there you go.
She'll be fine, Costello. She'll be fine. I'm
not worried because I know the kind of care she's going to get is going to be even better than the care I got when.
Well, crap! You've taken care of cancer down in Texas. Good God!
Yeah, I know. Probably has come back.
The guy made you put on a gown, put you in a barn, and just had a look at you. What kind of crap is that?
Man, why I tell you, everything I had done in Texas either fell apart or came back. Amazing, isn't it? But there you go. Yep. Hey, as we are talking about young women. Right.
We're going to talk Miley Cyrus. Is that it?
Oh, I'd love to.
I know you would love
to. Do you know
yes.
what she gets? What did she win? Not an Oscar. She won a Grammy.
She won a Grammy. Yeah.
And I haven't heard a damn thing from her since. Hey, Costello, how you doing? And thanks for the Grammy nomination. Do I hear it?
She's like Jennifer Lopez, who has to somehow be in everyone's face in the news every day. Miley's pretty cool. That's only your second appearance at a Grammy Award. So she just pick and chooses her moments. That's why I like her. I know you like the 11-year-old Miley, which is kind of sick, but that's just you.
That's not Miley. That's Hannah Montana. It's a whole different thing.
I know you got a poster of her in the room in there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes, in this. Well, I'm not going there. I'm sorry.
Every night. Oh, Hannah.
Bohanna. Johanna.
Someone come pick this man up, right?
I was looking on the internet, scrolling and trolling as I do, and I found something that you did 25 years ago, 1994. I bet you know what it is.
It is. It's really cool because it was with Selena, who a lot of people didn't even know.
Yeah.
Until after she was shot. Then the movie came out with Jennifer Lopez. She was getting ready to release her first English crossover CD because all she was Tejano music, Hispanic neighborhood, all through Mexico, like in Texas, New Mexico. I mean, a place with big Hispanic population. She was like superstar, but everyone else like, who, what, and she didn't become known until after she was shot. I was talking to a couple of guys in Europe yesterday. They still don't know who she is. They had no idea.
Really?
So
that's interesting.
Yes. So I had lucky. I said, God, I need to get her on the show. So due to some of my Hispanic friends and connections, we got her on. It was her first English speaking interview she's ever done in a really relaxed atmosphere. And she just was, God, she was beautiful. She's only 22. She was having fun. And my interview with her was just 4 months before she was killed. It was just,
I just happen to have a few little cuts from that. And maybe you can enlighten us.
She's fun.
Selena, would you like some coffee?
Yes.
No, you can't have any. All right.
This is getting good.
I thought that was hilarious when I heard that.
Yeah, she was picking on me calling. The thing was, she was saying, I'll do other interviews. They have a little food for me. They have coffee laid out.
Right.
And we didn't have crap. And that's when I asked her, I said, well, and she was kind of giving me crap earlier, just going, you call me kind of like a scumbag, didn't have anything. And
she did. And as a matter of fact, and here we have.
I feel like a dirtball.
You know what? You look like one.
You know what?
I'm just joking.
And I smell like one too.
I'm just joking.
All right, wait.
Lovely girl. She
was, and that her dad put that up on YouTube, and but he left out the early parts because he's very protective of his daughter and stuff. That's the way they were. If you watch the movie, you'll know that. But one of her claim to fame is that she just had this huge ass. Okay. I mean, Selena had a huge ass. I think that's why Jennifer Lopez got it, because she had a huge ass at the time too. And that was part of the thing. She got a big freaking butt, The first thing I talked to her about too, and she was wearing tight jeans, huge ass. And I said, I'm going to flip a penny, and we're going to see how far it bounces off your ass if you can hit the ceiling. And I thought that was her dad didn't put that part up on YouTube. I got so I can put that up.
No,
and also the fact that I was rummaging through her purse, because I said, well, you're kind of rich now, and you've been doing the circuit for a while. So let's see what rich young Selena has in her purse. And she goes, I'm a Walmart girl. And sure enough, she had 2 Walmart cards in there, Target thing, and just about $6 in cash and only 1 credit card. And I said, dang.
I particularly like the bit where she says, I'm going to play it right now. As a matter of fact, I'll just play
Life on the road.
It can be hell sometimes.
So what did they get you? A jelly-filled donut?
A jelly-filled donut.
Nothing but the best for our guests, right? And a dirty glass of water. Okay?
No, it's good. It's good water.
I just love the goes, it can be hell. What kind of accent was she trying to pull there? It was good.
I think just a torturous accent from her dad, because he made those kids be in a bus on the road years and years and years.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Can be hell.
Yeah, the mom was homeschooling them, but I guess they gave a tight bond. They're really close to the family, and she had her head, really good head on her shoulders for 22, and she knew I said, I don't think you really know what the future is going to be. You're crossing from Tejano music, and you're entering my world, the top 40 world in the United States. It's going to be a big deal, especially if you become good, because this new single's great. I'm just letting you know what's going to be lot different for you. So keep your head on like that.
Was that new single the Biddy Bum one, or
no? It was the Tejano single. That was a big Hispanic song.
Yeah, because that was pretty awful.
not to them.
I've got one more here, I believe.
That was one of her biggest songs.
It was a correspondence school. I didn't go to Chicago.
Oh, something on the back of the matchbook thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Same one I went to.
Hey, but right now I'm going for my bachelor's degree.
You are?
In business. But it's another school.
Hey, that's good for you, because do you have a manager? Who manages your money?
Well, I just make the major decisions.
Yeah. All her listeners were pissed at me because I kept asking her about her money. You're going through her purse looking for money. You ask her, where's her money? Who's taking care of her money? I said, but it's it's like asking, where's Princess Kate? Where the hell's your money, Selena? We want to know.
Oh, well, that was fun. I think I've got...
Read the comment. That prick kept asking about her money. Give her all about her money.
Well, if you...
My stomach growled. I'm so sorry. Did you hear that?
Would you like a sausage biscuit or something?
Well, it would be nice. Usually when I do interviews, they have cookies or something for me.
You hear that, Gabe? You hear that, Gabe?
I told you.
Oh, you put it back on me, huh? Fine. Hey.
I see things haven't changed.
No, Gabe was my producer. He was the guy who was teaching me how to speak Spanish too.
Oh, was he really?
That's a shitty teacher, man.
Okay.
I gave Melissa the words I wanted to learn. He goes, well, what?
We don't have a word for that.
Oh, they do. He used to want to tell me what they were.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay. Well, there you go. That was Bailey's early life when it was known as CB.
No, you know what? What does CB stand for? Chris Bailey, of course. I did not know, and so I go down and doing radio in Texas, and apparently at an oldie station, who gives a right? There was a guy named Chris Bailey, and so I found out about that. So I just got it one day on the show. I just want you. I understand there's another Chris Bailey, just so you know. He's the older, fat, untalented Chris Bailey on a freaking oldie station. Okay, I'm not. I don't think we're going to have any confusion between me and him whatsoever. Right. And the guy went home and cried that night, and he's all upset. And his station manager called my manager, going, "Can you have him apologize to him? He's all upset. You call him fat and untalented." I said, "Well, he is. He's fat and untalented. He's
empathy.
He's just a dude joke." And so they kind of forced me just to, as a way to make amends. I couldn't use my name anymore. They had to do CB. I said, "Are you kidding me?" So, and in the contract they had they had the right to make me do that. I mean, I hated that.
That's ridiculous. CB.
Of course, it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
I think it's very funny too.
I knew you would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a typical radio. It's like I think I mentioned last week or the week before. In Pittsburgh they wanted to call me Simon for Classy 101. I said, I'm the least Simon you'll ever meet in your life.
Well, maybe they had a good insight that they knew that in the future there was going to be a Simon Cowell, and said you could have been the first Simon.
Well, that would have been. Well, I was.
Did you use it? Did you use Simon?
Oh, I had to. I was told to. And
well, see, yeah, this radio management mentality is so freaking stupid, isn't it?
Well, I mean, and then, so what I do is I go, hey, Classy 101. You had to be awfully. Classy 101, Costello here. And they go, where's the Simon? God. You see? And so, anyway, then they changed to WXXP, which was a new rocker. And, of course, that was something that I knew about. And they were owned by the same person who owned WLIR in Long Island.
I know that station, yeah.
Yeah.
But you could have all kinds of fun. You could go, Simon says, I hate my freaking name, okay? I'm going to go back to Costello.
Oh, that would have got me fired. But
Simon says, this station sucks. I hate playing this crap.
My next move was supposed to be to WLIR. And there was a guy there called Larry the Duck, who I think is on Sirius right now. And he said, this guy's lying. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Because word got out that I worked for the police, which I had, the rock group. Okay. That's really how I came over here anyway. And he's lying. And so I didn't get the job. So every time I hear Larry...
He doesn't know, Sting. Simon worked with the police, not this Costello guy.
I told you my Sting story, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Okay. I shan't tell you again. Yeah, it was a good one. And if I ever meet him, I'm going to ask him if he remembers that, because I did save his life.
Well, there's word that maybe because like the U2's now left the Sphere in Vegas, the Eagles are going to do a run for a while, and then there's word that the police could be next. So so you'll have your chance, man. Too bad they won't be there in April. It'll be the Eagles, but it just goes to show how stupid radio management is. Which I'm so glad we don't do that anymore. We get to do this. It's like yes, you pay me all this money to come here, and I get my name built up as Chris Bay, and you're going to make me change it to CB. I mean, it sounds like a freaking CB radio.
And you know what?
Our principal on that is my freaking name, okay?
You know what CB stands for? I mean, it's what everybody thought it was. Complete bastard.
Well, no wonder they gave it to me.
Exactly. Fitted perfectly. You bastard. I had
You watch it, Simon, okay, buddy?
I had a friend who's sadly no longer with us in Vegas, and he was a hell of a character.
Where'd he go?
And unfortunately, like I said, he's no longer with us. He had a stroke.
I thought you may have moved out of town or something.
No. Well, kind of in more ways than one. And he was always trying to do an English accent. And I said, well, the thing, people call each other bastard in England as a form of respect. You see, so every time I'd see him, we'd be in a ballroom, I'd walk into the ballroom, and go, bastard, how are you? Hey, bastard. And, of course, eventually he thought it was funny, which it was.
It is funny. So my favorite, though, my first time going to England, and he's like, yeah, mate, can I borrow a fag? What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
I said, look, asshole, I'm not gay, okay? No, yeah, fag. Give me a fag,
Yeah, I had the reverse problem when I went to California for the first time in Santa Monica. Walked in and said, I'd like 20 fags, please. And the guy couldn't be more gay, standing behind the counter, goes, oh, wow, what energy. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me make some phone calls to my little black book. And I just what?
That's going to cost you some money, 20 fags.
Yeah, woo.
This guy's got some deep pockets, man.
And some deep something else's. Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Do they still do that? They still call cigarettes fags?
As far as I know, I think so, yeah.
So now that you're vaping over there, what do they call vaping? Is it like a vape fag or?
I don't.
Fag vape?
I don't know if they haven't banned those over there yet. They should.
Cigarettes?
No,
or vaping?
Vaping. Oh, and cigarettes. An ex-smoker that I am. Talking of cancer.
Is that where your cancer came from? Is from smoking?
I don't think so. Not where it was. Don't smoke out of that end.
You're blowing smoke out of your ass. And that's what they say. Well,
maybe
right?
that's what it was. I don't know. I don't know what caused it. I don't know.
Look at that. The fag's coming out of his ass.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Simon's doing gay porn again. Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's what it was. Oh, my goodness me.
20 Fags, starring Simon from England.
Simon.
I think you're piecing it all together. It all fits together now.
Yes.
All makes sense.
Well, that was after 102. And then, I wish I could have gone to LIR. But
well, I tried for a job there once, too. I think it was early on. I don't think I was really ready yet, but I gave it a shot anyway. I think I tried a couple of times there because I thought this would be a fun place. You don't get into New York City, but you get Long Island. You're next to it. Yeah. The next league would be, if you're decent, then we could go from Long Island to New York. That was my thought.
But the thing it was a little almost low power station. It was owned by a guy called Elton Spitzer, who was an arsehole.
Did you talk to Elton?
Well, yeah, because he come into the station because Classy 101 was his new project, and it just fell flat on its face. Well, it would. You're in Pittsburgh; it's a blue collar town, and you're telling everybody to be classy and he'd say to us, every time you go out, you have to wear a tuxedo. What?
Oh, in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Jesus,
I know.
I mean, it's like that thing before San Diego happened. Stay classy, Pittsburgh. Well, Pittsburgh's not classy. No, they can't.
It never was. It never will be.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. And I mean, the tuxes were nice and everything, but I mean, and if you're going to get your hair cut, you've got to spend at least $40 on it, which back then was a hell of a lot of money. I wasn't paid shit in that place. I ended up doing mornings there. I was on air when the Challenger exploded. And
what'd you do?
Well, I went to AP immediately and just left it on. And then we, yeah, it's like, oh shit. And then we did a minute's silence. And then the PD, who I couldn't stand, I couldn't even look at the guy. He was it just wasn't a good fit. He was just, oh God, he was annoying. And so he said, I'm going to do a minute's silence. Too late, I did.
Well, what I did, I took the Bette Midler song, Wind Beneath My Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Then I took audio from the liftoff and audio that talked about explosion. Then it closed it with Reagan saying that they reached up to the sky and touched the hand of God at the end. Oh. And we played that thing. It wasn't a freaking dry out. We've tons of requests. So, but it's too bad we couldn't. Then there was no posting and streaming because that would have been pretty big on so-called.
Yeah, you could have got sued nicely.
Bet, what's wrong with it? It's about a little Jewish lady. Hey, get in the basement. I got someone named meet. It's Joey. No, it's good. But just think if I could have posted that, how big that would have been.
Oh God, I can imagine. It'd be huge.
Well, because I was part of a radio network sharing stuff. So, and I get so many requests from other morning shows across the country. I was making copies and sending it out. Just played all over the place. So. What did I get for it? Just any recognition? Yeah, not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Just the fact I knew I put it together and I sent it out to like 50 radio stations. Then they requested it. They heard it and went, I want that. Can you please send that to me? Sure. I never got a request from Simon, though. Simon just up on AP and went to take a piss. Okay.
Well, it was the most intelligent thing I could think of doing. And so,
That's your morning show, Simon Costello.
And Patrolman Penny, yeah.
Ooh, big disaster. Let me flip on the AP.
But if you listen to the AP there, I mean, they would say, and that's what people wanted. And I mean, they wanted more information. It's like, you can't believe it. It's being repeated and repeated and repeated.
Yeah, well, I was on the air when Elvis died.
You're not that old.
A common acquaintance that we know. I was just Chaz. Okay,
Chaz.
And yeah, Chaz. And so this thing comes over. I'm skin. I said, okay, I got this. I'd be serious. Got to read this. Is a big deal here. Mm-hmm. And I look up and there he's got his pants dropped. So I'm laughing through Elvis dying, and people call him, you don't like Elvis, you bastard. What the hell's so damn funny? Elvis just died. The king. I'm just oh God. Guess what happened to that job? He's fired. He's out of there. I said, well, I'll go find Simon. We'll do a morning show somewhere.
There you go. That's what we'll do.
That's what we will do. Hey, speaking of, like you said, Boston.
Yes.
How's our Joe Rogan thing going?
Well, let me see.
Hi, Joe Rogan model here. Now let's see who has the balls.
The Joe Rogan in South Corner.
Oh, God, you little stinking steroidal bald midget.
He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. Oh, he doesn't like me much either.
No, that's okay.
Fat-looking little heap of dung, which you might notice, ladies and gentlemen, that Chris Bailey doesn't like Joe Rogan. So I don't. You know, you hate and despise him.
Well, I'm not a big fan of UFC fighting stuff. You had two guys in there, they swing a couple of punches, they wind up humping each other in the cage, and everybody goes nuts. And that's where he, made a bigger name for himself because he was like the announcer. Him and Dana White, the guy who owns UFC, they look the same. They're both bald. I just don't think that Dana did steroids like that.
So I thought every week that we could do this. It would start just like this.
Chris Bailey, you're a wanker.
You suck.
Fake podcast. Washed up DJ. And that Costello. Fake feckin' fake Englishman. Hi, Joe Rogan model here. Now let's see who has the balls.
The Joe Rogan.
He knew you were Simon.
Corner. Got to get my money's worth out of this.
Yeah.
So we're in the corner, and now I have insulted him. It's your turn. You don't have to explain.
I didn't insult him enough already.
I don't think not for 26 seconds worth of introduction. No.
Was it 20? Okay.
I mean, it was a little longer than we'd expected, but anyway.
Well, you short man, no talent syndrome guy with the ingrown dick and the steroidal hair loss because you took the roids illegally. What did it get you? Look at you. What are you, 5'2"? Is that it? Come on, stand up and talk to me. Oh, you are. I'm sorry.
Oh, whack. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I'll be packaging that up and sending it to him here this week. And
please do. Okay. Just send it to him via Spotify. Okay.
There you go.
It's like if we hear something from somebody else who's doing another show, a podcast, we are big enough to say, those guys are pretty good. I like what they're doing. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But we both listen to the Joe Rogan experience, which means, antibiotic steroid. And we've tried it a few times. I don't get it.
I can't honestly. I think he's done his time. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry, I didn't find anything interesting in what he's saying at all. I never heard of him before. I honestly fell asleep after 10 minutes.
Did you ever hear an episode when he had a guest on? Did the guest make it better?
Yeah. Well, yes. Well, like I said, they had this guy who apparently invented AI, and
was he good? Was he boring?
No, he was awful. He was terribly boring.
Was he awful?
He was awful. He was. So,
well, just in fairness, before we get to the insult of him next week, we'll try his show one more time. You try one, I'll try one. Let's see what we find. If we find any improvement whatsoever,
I don't think there will be.
I think I'll listen to another podcast that has decent entertainment value. That'd be the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers. Pretty funny.
Oh, they are?
It's funny, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't listened to it. Maybe I'll tell you. I'll
football season's over. They have other things that they cover. Of course, we know one's dating so and so. They still got stuff to cover. So they just generally are pretty. They can be pretty funny guys, and they tell some pretty funny stories. So that would be one. If that one's really successful, which it won New Podcast of the Year last year, I can see that because it's pretty good, and it got a lot of attention because of the Taylor Swift thing. All the Swifties started listening to it, but it's decent. So that one will go. If that one's doing well, it makes sense because the guys are good. So how far they carry it, we'll see. But right now they're hot and it's good. The other guy, the little steroid bald Mr. Clean midget, it's just not good.
Just not going to happen for you.
How do you really feel? Right, Simon?
Yeah.
You had Simon Cowell, but before that, just remember it was Simon Costello.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the whole premise of that was a good idea, but not in Pittsburgh. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, never mind.
Well, since you've been there, they've redone Pittsburgh over. They've redone the downtown. It's supposed to be a cool, effective place to live down there.
Oh, really?
And people redo those old houses, and now they've opened a bunch of new shops and restaurants, all local type stuff. So it's a new, because a lot of the blue collar jobs have dried up. So they've There's tech jobs there now.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Man, it's changed. It looks the same, but just the makeup of the people have changed. So you got a combination of the older blue collar stuff who are getting older, and all the new wave coming in. The millennials and Generation Z who are all tech workers.
Yep. And so there goes the grime and the dirt of Pittsburgh, blue collar. Well, it was all steel and glass, wasn't it? Certainly steel.
Yeah, it's the same. Downtown's the same. But all they built new is like the new football field, the new baseball field. Oh. That's the important thing. Sports.
Oh. Yeah. The
sports, baby.
I remember going across the 5th Street Bridge, and you could look through. It was so dilapidated that there were holes in there, and you could see the Kanawha River.
Yeah, if you're coming from the West Virginia side, you go through the mountain, and all of a sudden, boom, there's the city. That's pretty neat. Then you go into the city and see what it's made of, and you go, oh, crap. So, yes, but that's supposedly changed now. And so if you look at the history of where you are in Columbia, South Carolina, why the hell is he there? And it's like, see how it's improved over the years. Let's see. Oh, well, it hasn't. Okay, so
what's going
backwards.
You know what's going to happen, and it's already happening according to the news, is this place is getting the next place to get really gentrified because they said, we've got a hell of a lot of people moving in from like California and from the West. They're all coming out here now. And, here we go again. I end up moving somewhere, everybody follows me. I had to put up with the shit and they get all the gravy. But that's okay because I'll move on.
Nobody's following you to Columbia, by God, South Carolina.
I tell you what, my friend, they are building like little beavers out here. They believe it's happening anyway. I mean, I would be surprised if they came and lived here for a season, I think they probably changed their mind. If
you're talking about Charleston, I'd go, yeah, you're right. Because of course. Yes. Maybe down Hilton Head and Keo Island and stuff. Yeah, I agree. But Columbia?
Yeah, well, it's funny. Everybody says that. With the occasion of one or two. Oh, actually, let's just wind this back a little bit for a second. It just reminded me that I was buying some clothes last weekend, and we were talking about podcasts and things like that. And I said, oh, yeah, we're doing a Selena thing next week, and explained a bit about it. And she says, is that woman still in jail? I go, the one who killed her? I said, yeah, as far as I know. She says, we'll get her when she comes out. I said, we'll get her? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she said, there's plenty of us out here and we're organized. I go, wow.
She's not getting out, for one. And then Hulu and Nickelodeon together did a special, and they interviewed her in jail and let her tell her side of the story. People were freaking furious. I mean, the family, all of her fans going, why would you give that bitch the time of day? And she's, I mean, and who, I didn't even want to watch it. I just heard a snippet that she said, it was an accident.
Yeah, right.
I was the innocent one. I didn't steal any fan club money. And she was hot and heated. She was trying to grab the gun. And it was an accident.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
No one bought that at all. I can't believe they gave her like a 2-night special of giving her time. It just really sucked.
I did not watch it for kind of like obvious reasons because I didn't know it was on. But there you go.
Question of the day is, how do we feel about terrorists attacking Russia? Anybody upset? Anybody? You in the back here, sir? Anybody upset?
It's ISIS.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Anybody upset? ISIS attacked and killed a bunch of Russians?
No, I don't think. Well, unfortunately,
nobody heartbroken.
Anybody? No, I don't think anybody gives a shit.
Anybody felt bad for maybe about 2 seconds? That's it.
Yeah,
okay,
that's it. We're over it. Sorry,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for anybody who gets killed that way, I saw footage of somebody. They were in a big auditorium. And most of the people, I guess, had got out, and there's a guy with a machine gun just spraying the place. And then whoever it was
there were like 4 or 5 of them, and they escaped. They didn't even catch them. I mean, because I guess they're not. They did never expect that would happen in Russia. Maybe is that why they did it? Because
probably
it's an easier target now than doing the United States. What does ISIS have against Russia? We know they hate us. They hate us Americans.
But I'm trying to think why in the socio-political what's-its of the world. Well, why would they? Wait a minute. They would because Russia invaded Afghanistan before America did.
That's a long time ago, and they got their ass kicked.
They don't. You see, they don't care though. In the history of Afghanistan, around there, about every nation in the world that had some kind of empire tried to get Afghanistan, and it never ever ended up happily. Never. So
it never works. Just leave them alone. You can't beat them.
Exactly.
They go up and hide in the mountains. You can't find them. It's tough terrain, and they beat everybody. They just wear you down.
So that is why they'd be pissed off at Russia. And it's like, oh, well, now's a good time to do it as any, I suppose. They'll blame Israel or they'll blame Ukraine or something, and sure enough, they did.
Well, this week's Doak Award goes to ISIS then. Okay,
and Doak Award. Oh, you catch me undokified.
Hit the squeal. Got to go.
Oh, really? Oh, you do? Oh, all right. I'll hit the squeal. Well, that's it for Chris and Costello.
Doak and his mother.
Squeal. Oh, that was mean, but funny. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Doug, the Easter Bunny's not going to come and see you this year, so there, because you were rude.
And the final word of the show is this week, ketchup.
Ketchup?
Cancer.
Oh, cancer! No, not ketchup. Ketchup will give you cancer.
Yes, it will.